Welcome to another edition of A Glass from the Past. Today I am tasting something a little bit out of the ordinary. You may not have heard of this particular brewery or this beer. I didn't before someone gave it to me a while ago. It is called, oddly enough, Hop Mess. And this is from the KC Brewing and Blending Company of Glenwood Springs, Colorado, and it's in collaboration with Rockslide Brewing Company. According to the label, this is just an ale aged in oak barrels. It says absolutely nothing about bourbon or any other distillate, just the fact that it was aged in oak. And it actually turned out quite nice. You see it's mostly clear, just a very, very slight haze, pale in color, nice, and not so creamy, but a nice white head with some lacing there, which is kind of nice. The one thing that struck me when I first smelled this beer, just citrus, just bright citrus, just popped out of the glass. What I noted mostly was lemon, grapefruit, and maybe a little bit of tangerine. Very interesting, but what's really surprising is it's super clean. I don't pick up any oxidative notes. I don't pick up anything that suggests that this beer is very old. And by the way, it is 2017. I'm not sure I mentioned that. On the palate, the oxidation is noted as far as tasting it, but it's mostly about the citrus fruits. Again, notably the grapefruit and lemon, maybe a little bit of tangerine or orange there. No barrel character to speak of here. The foretaste is lightly sweet, followed immediately by quite a zingy citric tanginess. I was not expecting that. This says nothing about being sour, so wasn't quite expecting that, and there's a pretty good zing to it. The finish is mostly dry with a very brisk acidity that doesn't overwhelm, thank God, because it's got its own little sharpness going on. There's no woodiness to speak of at this time, and the bitterness is more like fruit pith, and I'm not lisping there, by the way. So anyway, with a name like Hop Mess, I was expecting this to be as the title suggests, but it actually held up quite well, bottom line. And in my opinion, this beer might even progress in a positive way in the coming years. So I say if you happen to have it in your stash, maybe sit on it a bit. I don't see any reason why this beer can't continue progressing in a good way. So maybe if you revisit it in another year or two, good things can happen, right? The only way to find out is to do it. Every beer is an education. Cheers.